Cheap, mass-produced one-way drones have played a major role in the conflict between the United States, Israel, and Iran since the first attacks on Tehran on February 28. As Iran uses these drones to target energy facilities, air bases, and other strategic sites across the Gulf and Israel, the US and Israel use expensive interceptor missiles for defense. To counter the drone threat, Gulf states and their US partners have turned to Ukrainian-made anti-drone technology, battle-tested against Russian drone attacks. A group of leading tennis players, including Jannik Sinner, Aryna Sabalenka, and Coco Gauff, have expressed their deep disappointment at the prize money on offer at Garros during a lingering dispute with Grand Slam tournament organizers. The clay court Grand Slam event starts on May 24 in Paris. The players said they have other demands that have not been addressed by officials, including better representation, healthcare, and pensions.
The Capital Development Authority, CDA, has decided to launch a joint venture with the Defence Housing Authority, DHA, for the development of 3 new sectors in Islamabad, following the progress made on Margala Enclave. According to a CDA spokesperson, the two sides will work together on sectors D13, E13 and F13.
The Higher Education Department, Punjab, has taken a decision to set up counselling centres in government colleges for the guidance and welfare of students. This initiative aims to build the character of students, improve their mental health, and prepare them for a better future. The Punjab government has introduced sweeping changes to the registration and renewal system for private schools, imposing stricter conditions aimed at improving transparency, oversight, and digitization. Under the new policy, the Private School Regulatory Authority Punjab has been directed to strengthen monitoring, with all registration processes to be conducted through a centralized online portal.
And the National Accountability Bureau, NAB, conducted an operation in Al Haram City, Islamabad, to remove illegal occupation from plots belonging to allottees after receiving complaints from affected owners. According to NAB, the action was carried out on the instructions of Director General Islamabad Rawalpindi Region Waqar Chauhan in coordination with local revenue officials and Rawalpindi Cantonment Police.
Total of 7 domestic and international flights had been cancelled, while several flights had been delayed at the Allama Iqbal International Airport. According to airport sources, Air Blue flight PA410 from Lahore to Dubai and PA4111 from Dubai to Lahore were cancelled. Similarly, Fly Dubai flight F359 from Dubai to Lahore and FZ360 from Lahore to Dubai were also affected.
And Mundid. On Monday, citizens in Sindh's provincial capital, Karachi, experienced sweltering temperatures as the mercury touched 44 degrees Celsius. The Pakistan Meteorological Department, PMD, in its daily advisory on Monday, said that very hot and dry weather is expected to persist in the southern parts of the country over the week. And the US and Israel launched strikes on Iran in late February without the United Nations Security Council's authorization. The strikes were in violation of international law, the United Nations Charter, and the principles of just war, a theory that provides a framework for determining whether a war is morally justifiable. And the consequences of the US and Israel's actions included a potential collapse of the international order and immeasurable harm to the global economy. And the United Nations confers upon the Security Council the primary responsibility for the maintenance of international peace and security and the prevention of precisely such outcomes. However, and it has been seen that this responsibility remains at the mercy of the UNSC's permanent members, who can exercise their veto power to overrule it.
Islamabad. The Islamabad High Court, IHC, on Monday issued a detailed judgment in the One Constitution Avenue case. upholding the cancellation of the lease of the multi-billion rupee project. It ruled that buyers of luxury apartments in the development do not have ownership rights and may instead pursue legal remedies against the builder for recovery of their investment.
Rudy Giuliani, the former New York City mayor and a longtime champion of President Donald Trump, is in a stable but critical condition in hospital, his spokesman has said. Mayor Giuliani is a fighter who has faced every challenge in his life with unwavering strength, and he's fighting with that same level of strength as we speak. Tete Gunsen in a social media post.
Two of Nigeria's most prominent opposition figures have announced they have switched parties in a dramatic political realignment ahead of next year's presidential election. Peter Obi and Rabiu Kwankwaso, who finished third and fourth respectively in the 2023 presidential race, have both joined the Nigeria Democratic Congress, NDC, raising the prospect of a joint ticket to challenge President Bola Tinubu.
A Ukrainian drone hit an upmarket residential high-rise in Moscow in the early hours of Monday, resulting in no casualties, but causing visible damage to the facade of the building. It was the third night in a row that the Russian capital came under attack from drones, days before Russia holds a scaled-back the 9th May parade to mark the Soviet Union's victory over Nazi Germany.
And Halo 2 and Halo 3 remakes are reportedly in early development at Halo Studios. According to a report from Leaker Rebs Gaming, the report states that both projects are being developed using Unreal Engine 5, similar to the remake of the original Halo game.
The Pakistan Meteorological Department, PMD, has issued its outlook for May 2026, forecasting above normal rainfall in many parts of the country and warmer than usual temperatures nationwide. According to the monthly outlook, wet conditions are expected to persist during May, with the strongest rainfall anomalies likely in the northern half of the country. These include Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, northern Punjab, Kashmir, Gilgit-Baltistan, and northern Balochistan.
A study by researchers at IMT School for Advanced Studies Looker shows that dreams are influenced by personality traits, daily experiences and broader life events. The study also explained why some dreams tend to feel real while others are fragmented and strange. Published in Communication Psychology, the study analysed more than 3,700 descriptions of dreams and waking experiences aged between 18 and 70, aged between 18 and 70.
And a giveaway activity during the Pakistan Super League PSL 11 final has come under scrutiny after officials were seen throwing keypad mobile phone boxes into the crowd at Lahore's Gaddafi Stadium. The incident occurred during the match between Peshawar Zalmi and Hyderabad Kingsmen, reportedly after the 10th over of the second innings, when organisers introduced a lucky giveaway segment.
The Federal Constitutional Court of Pakistan has approved a major increase in compensation for its employees, effectively a 50% increase in their take-home pay through newly introduced allowances. According to an official office order, the Chief Justice exercised powers under Article 208B of the Constitution, along with relevant judicial precedents, to revise the court's internal pay structure. Dananir Mobeen turned heads in London on Saturday with her look for the UK premiere of Mera Layari. Her clothes and style paid tribute to the film and the people it's about. Styled by Saad Hassan, the star wore a white shirt with a wide collar and puffed shoulders, paired with a traditional Balochi shalwar. The top and bottom were plain, likely in a deliberate effort to keep attention on the star of the outfit. An embroidered corset full of messages. Lahore, the Lahore High Court LHC on Monday conditionally suspended a trial court's verdict ordering singer Misha Shafi to pay Rs 5 million in damages to fellow singer-cum-actor Ali Zafar in a defamation case, while maintaining restrictions on her from repeating her harassment allegations against him. A two-member bench headed by Justice Ahmad Nadim Arshad heard Shafi's appeal against the Sessions Court verdict passed on March 31. Justice Malik Waqar Haider was the other member of the bench. As electric vehicles, EVs, have become increasingly central to global climate policy, Dawn News explores whether they really are the straightforward climate solution they appear to be. As economist Ammar Habib Khan says, EVs are part of the solution, but not an overall policy intervention. United States President Donald Trump has announced a naval mission called Project Freedom to help navigate stranded ships through the Strait of Hormuz, which remains under a de facto Iranian blockade. The operation will start on Monday. The US president says Iran took control of the Strait of Hormuz, through which 1/5 of global oil and liquefied natural gas supplies pass, days after the US and Israel launched attacks on Iran on February 28.
And Nablus. Occupied West Bank, Islam Madani says families and young people from the Askar refugee camp would once congregate beneath the olive trees on the slopes of Tel Askar, a hilly area in the north of the occupied West Bank, which is home to the camp. But most won't go anymore because soldiers shoot so many people there, the 32-year-old father of two told Al Jazeera.
NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte says European leaders have gotten the message after United States President Donald Trump announced plans to withdraw 5,000 soldiers from Germany. Trump has grown increasingly frustrated with NATO allies, accusing them of not doing enough to support the US-Israel war on Iran. Speaking on Monday, Rutte acknowledged disappointment from the US side.
The tech industry has spent the last decade asking whether self-driving cars need LiDAR sensors, cameras, or all of the above. LiDAR company Ouster says it has a new answer. Put them both in the same sensor. On Monday, the San Francisco-based company announced a new lineup of LiDAR sensors it calls Rev 8, all of which offer so-called native color LiDAR. These sensors are capable of capturing color imagery and three-dimensional depth information at the same time, doing the work of two sensors in one.
In a landmark moment for Pakistan tennis, Mohammad Shoaib ended a 20-year wait for a home ITF men's singles title with a hard-fought win over Russia's Nikita Inin at the ITF Men's Futures M15 Championships. Playing in front of a packed crowd at the PTF tennis complex, the Pakistani rising star secured a 7-6, 7-9, 4-6, 6-2 victory in a thrilling final.
And Pakistani mountaineer Sajid Ali Sadpura has successfully summited Mount Makalu, the world's fifth highest mountain at 8,485 meters in Nepal. Alhamdulillah, I've summited Makalu, the fifth highest mountain in the world, Sadpura said in a social media post, my 10th 8,000ers.
The Pakistan Football Federation, PFF, has received a major boost after its president, Syed Mohsen Gilani, met Asian Football Confederation. AFC President Sheikh Salman bin Ibrahim Al Khalifa on the sidelines of the 76th FIFA Congress. During the meeting, the AFC chief reaffirmed support for the federation and Pakistan football's continued growth, while also stressing that stability within the PFF remains a key priority for Asian football.
The Lahore Traffic Police have intensified a large-scale crackdown against traffic violations across the city, urging citizens to strictly follow road safety rules. According to official figures, action was taken against 17,348 vehicles during the past week. Police impounded 7,188 motorcycles for dangerous driving, while penalized for lane difficulty drivers were lane discipline violations.
And the 19 billion Kachri Chowk remodelling project in Rawalpindi is nearing completion, with roads on the newly built flyovers and underpasses expected to open for traffic by May 31. Punjab Highway Department Executive Engineer Kamar Ali Saqib said around 92% of the work has already been completed and the road infrastructure will be handed over to the district administration in the last week of May.